Yeah. All these years later, I still remember every single moment of that day. It was so hard. I remember waking up in the hospital ward. The sun was shining through the window and my doctor was sitting in a rocking chair looking out over the city. And they brought my little baby into me. I nursed him for 2 hours, stroking his little face and holding his little fingers. He was so beautiful. He was just perfect. But he was so still. And in that 2 hours, it was like somebody picked up the whole room and took it into a completely different dimension because no one said a word. It was absolute silence. And I treasured the only 2 hours I'd ever have to hold my baby. And then everyone got up to leave and this lady called Deb wandered over and she looked at me and then she looked at Jamison and she said, I think he's an old soul. I don't think he needs to do this life again. He's just passing through. He doesn't need to do this shit again. And I remember thinking, what do you mean? What do you mean he doesn't need to do this shit again? My baby's died. And they all left and I was alone. And then the nurse came in and she picked up Jamison and she put him in his crib and she said I needed some sleep. So I lay down and I pulled the covers up over my head and I prayed. I prayed for a miracle and I couldn't sleep because all I could hear were the other babies crying down the hall. And all I wanted was to hear my baby cry. Just once. But he didn't cry. Yeah, it was such a hard day. And even today, I still miss him so much. I think about him a lot. I still miss him so much.